Imagine this. You have to take the kids out to pick up a pizza in the family car. But on the way there, you give 8 muscle cars a free flight straight to Afghanistan. Once you get back home, you hang up your keys and slap the pizza on the counter with an evil smile. Sounds too good to be true, right?
No way. We got you. Not this time.
Actually, there are some American SUVs and trucks that would make a lot of muscle cars wet their pants at a streetlight.
Put it in reverse, Tim!
Today, I'm going to tell you the 6 best ones. Let's get into it. If you're not looking for an SUV or truck, I do also have a video about the 6 best American sleeper sedans. Check that one out next if that's more your style. Starting off with number 1, we have the 04 to 06 Ram SRT 10. These hit 60 in 4.8 seconds with 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque. All this is coming from a big ol' 8.3-liter V10.
Damn. That's a big bitch.
So it has a great 0 to 60, looks really mean, and the engine will give you
a nice little fizzing sensation.
But beyond all that, it's actually the fastest production car in the world with a top speed of 154 miles an hour. At the moment, they go for 20 to 30,000 used, and that price probably won't go down too much more in the future. Next up is the Dodge Durango 392 that came out in 2018. With 475 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, it gets from 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. Obvious from the name, this power comes from the 6.4-liter Hemi V8 also found in Scat Pack Challengers and Chargers. This is partly why I love Dodge. If they can put a V8 in it, they will put a V8 in it.
Roar! Jesus Christ, Aaron, fine! Alright. Roar! Ah!
If you're not crazy about the Durango look or price, they also made Grand Cherokee 392s starting in 2011 that usually cost a little over $20,000. Speaking of older Grand Cherokees, the next car is actually the 06 to 2010 SRT8 version, which had a 4.60 to 60. Instead of a 6.4 liter, these had a 6.1, making 420 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque.
Smoke weed every day.
Even though from my quick search, these usually have well over 100,000 miles, you can get one for less than 10 grand. Either way, it's pretty cool that a very comfortable and affordable car as old as this has such an impressive 0 to 60 time.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
Although, when it comes to old cars with surprisingly good 0 to 60 times, nothing really compares to the 91 GMC Syclone. It only had 280 horsepower from a V6. Should be slower than your aunt's Prius, right? Well, it actually has a 4.6 0 to 60. Turns out it's turbocharged, has 350 pound-feet of torque, weighs 3,600 pounds, and has an impressive all-wheel drive system. So basically, if you were next to one of these at a red light, you'd probably lose.
Why would you say that?
Fix it.
Why would you say that?
The downsides to these is that they're really hard to find since only about 3,000 were made. On a couple websites, I was only able to find 2 for sale nationwide, one for $25,000 and one for $47,000. Next on the list is the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX. It was estimated to get a 4.50 to 60, but Car and Driver actually did it in only 3.7 seconds. It's powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 making 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. They don't actually call it a Hellcat engine because it's a different brand, but it's really a Hellcat engine. When it comes to this or a Ford Raptor, which if you didn't put it together, the name is like T-Rex versus a Raptor. I think the Raptor looks just a very little bit better, but I really like the Ram's hood. As far as which one I would buy, no question, I'd absolutely take the TRX because of the engine difference, but that's probably not surprising to you guys at all at this point. This one is the heaviest by far though, sitting at 6,400 pounds.
That's quite big.
The last entry on the list and the quickest American SUV is the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. This one's probably no surprise because at this point, almost everyone knows about this absolute unit. This also has a supercharged 6.2-liter Hellcat V8, which always makes a fantastic sound. It puts down that magic 707 horsepower and 645 pound-feet of torque through all four wheels. I'd say these have gotten their well-deserved hype. One of my friends went for a ride in one and it basically changed his life. He loved that thing. The downside to all this praise, if you want one, you'll probably have to pay a visit to your neighbors because it costs between $75,000 and $85,000.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
The Dodge Durango Hellcat will also be on the road soon, which has the same 0 to 60 time. I didn't add it separately because the two are so similar, but FCA apparently doesn't think sales will overlap. The Durango was meant to have a more muscle car, in-your-face feel. Honestly, I think they definitely will overlap, but it'd be really hard to complain about having Hellcat engines in the Trackhawk, Durango, and TRX, right?
Correct!
Honorable mentions are the 2017 Ford Raptor with a 5.10 to 60, the 99 SVT Lightning with a 5.2, and electric SUVs. I didn't add these for the same reasons why they weren't in my fastest 0 to 60 cars video a while back. We all know they have great 0 to 60 times, and this channel's more for combustion engine American cars. Let me know in the comments which one of these is your favorite, even including the honorable mentions. I know it's probably the most common answer, but mine's gotta be the Trackhawk or the TRX.
Daring today, aren't we?
For anyone who's new to the channel, I upload American car news and content like this every single weekend. If there's anything you want to see or any questions you have, shoot me a DM on Instagram or leave a comment below and I'll make sure to get back to you. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you next week. Have a great day.